Well, it's knockout time. It is still, of course, just a game of football, but it is a different game of football in terms of its mood. I don't think that you could get away with telling any of these players, let alone the crowd assembled here, that this is anything like what went before. As far as winning the competition is concerned, every game from this point on is win or bust. It is knockout football time. This is the inside of the Veltins Arena, a sea of royal blue, the colours of Schalke. Well, this is a noisier occasion all round. Everybody, Jim, knows what's at stake here.
You know, Peter, it's the suddenness that I love when you get to this phase of the competition. The suddenness in which you can find yourself in a good position, or the suddenness in which it can go against you. That introduces drama, which creates great excitement, and ultimately you get a much more entertaining show.
If you're just joining, it's Ronaldinho! They've scored!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Milan go ahead, 1 goal to the good. Bentaleb. Caligiuri. Vieira with a good steal, well played. Bentaleb. Hardly anything between the sides. And it's 1-0. Maldini. Pogba. Back into the middle. Pogba. Oh, good interception. It's Bergstaller. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Messi. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. Maradona! It's a goal! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper, because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Milan take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Vieira did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. And it's Bergstaller. The referee's awarded a free kick. Bergstaller! A real chance and a real let-off. A poor kick by the keeper, being intercepted. Pogba. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Milan are in control here on the brink of half-time. It's a loose ball. Messi. It's come loose. He's got through. Bergstaller. He's one-on-one, surely! Goes down, but nothing given. Yeah. And it's Messi. Pogba. Vieira. Ronaldinho. And it's played forward. Can't get the better of his opposite number. And here's Maradona. Nicely controlled. Forward it goes. There is the half-time whistle. See your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Maradona showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Stambouli. Hoists it forward. Has he found his man? Could try cutting inside here. Caligiuri. Beckham, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. And the counter is on. Timely intervention. That's a throw. Messi, and Messi! And it's there! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Ronaldinho is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. He's got the ball, he's got the space, and the shots! He's scored! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Jim, your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, real up for a header! Good save, really well read. Cafu tries to get it forward quickly. Breaks on here. Out to the right. Lucas Paqueta provides an outlet. Lucas Paqueta. Piontek has a goal! And he just whacks it away. Plenty waiting in the middle. Figo, Piontek, Figo! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Roberto hits one! And that's past the post. Bentaleb. And it's Bergstaller. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Lucas Paqueta. Calagiuri. Bentaleb. 2 minutes to be added on. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan have the tie at their mercy, avoid defeat at home, and they are through. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality.
It's here at last. It is Milan derby day. The city comes to a complete standstill. It means everything to everyone in these parts. The atmosphere in the stadium reflects that. Noise and colour and no little hostility. The passion just about tangible. You've got to spare a thought if you can for the players and managers. They have to try and keep a cool head amidst all this fervour to try and play not just the occasion but the match itself And that is never easy. But there are, of course, many decent players. There have been many greats through the generations, and there is no doubt that while certain players might struggle with the atmosphere, there are some who become heroes today. It is close to unpredictable, whatever happens. Point-blank header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Oh, really good feet from him. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Brozovic plays it over to the other flank. Zanetti goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Mateus. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Oh, good interception. Martinez. Martinez spreads it towards the left. And it's Maradona. Out to the right. Hit long and direct. It's got through to him. Timely intervention. Inter Milan have been good here at home, undefeated in the last 5. Brozovic. Vieira gets it back. Looking to break out here. And it's Messi. Looking for space out wide. And that has sent him sprawling. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Zanetti. So it is still 0-0. And it's Dejan Stankovic. In with a header! Goal! Inter! The breakthrough strike! Oh, an absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Inter Milan take the lead, 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Cambiasso. Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. He's got options out wide. Up to meet it! It's broken loose. Could fall kindly. And he's there to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Milan, the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Now it's Maradona. He spotted the run and played him through. Face to face with... And the shot! Oh, taken with style. AC Milan are all square. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Could move up a gear here. Messi. Good idea, just poorly executed. Hoists it forward. Brozovic. And here's Dejan Stankovic. He'll hit it! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Martinez.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Reflections on the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. No changes at the interval from either side. Gets away from his opponent. Can he find a finish now? Keeper's ball. Dejan Stankovic. Forward it goes. Oh, good take in a good area. Pogba. Vieira. And it's Maradona. Beckham. Goes for goal! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Milan are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Time for a change in personnel. Pogba is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Well, has he done enough since his goal? Is the feeling that he's lost his appetite for another? It's difficult to be sure exactly what the thinking is, but his race is certainly run now.
Milan take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Great leap! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Zanetti. Looking for a decent ball in. Great challenge. Time to perfection.
That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
And here's Messi. Messi is being picked on here.
Well, he could end up like a lost sheep, Peter, because they're trying to shepherd him everywhere he doesn't want to go.
Well read, he sorted that out. Mateus, who scored a great individual goal for the opener in his last game. Skriniar. Stefan de Vrij. He's made sure that that won't get through. And here's Messi. Messi goes up and over. Cambiasso tries to get it forward quickly. Beckham, played out to the right, looks to thread it through. He's gone for it! Fry knocks it away. Inter Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
It's a loose ball. Out towards the flank. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Referee's given a throw. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Milan with a set-piece chance. Cambiasso is fouled. Handanovic gets it upfield, gets wrestled off the ball.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
And it's Maradona. Messi keeps everyone guessing.
Milan can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He's come loose. Inter Milan cannot keep hold of the ball. Asamoah's delivery. It's a brilliant interception. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. The end of the game. Reflections?
Milan made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are always tough, you know, it's not always about form, it's not always about class or style, it's about pride, and they showed loads of that. Their attitude was spot on today.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, we welcome you to our coverage of the return leg of this first round tie. The outcome of the first leg could hardly have been more convincing. It leaves the general consensus being that the second leg should be little more than a mere procession, and you can understand why folk are feeling that. Well, there have been some notable comebacks over the history of this competition. The odds here do not look at all good. The San Siro, for so long Milan's fortress, decorated top to bottom in the colours of the famous Rossoneri. So raring to go here, eager to finish the job and move on.
Yeah, it's going to take a momentous change in fortune to overturn this. I think when you're in such a commanding position, there's no need to go chasing goals again here. They've afforded themselves a chance to control the tempo of this second leg and make the opposition come up with something a little more special. They could end up nibbling at a carcass if they play this right.
We have already started here. Milan bring a useful lead into their home game, having won the first leg on the road. And even with this game to play, they would seem to have a lead sufficient to carry them through. That's a promising ball. Piontek, Figo, it's Figo! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Rebic. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Rebic. Figo. Beckham. Piontek! Well positioned to make that interception. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And he's going long. Cleared away. Hit into the middle. And that's out of reach. Piontek, he could be, and Beckham! Danger averted for now. Now it's Figo. So who's he picking out? Loses his balance and loses the ball. He's thrust his way through. Pumps it into the area. And it's half-time here. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem Well, there's good movement off the ball, the passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Milan go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Stasic. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Conti. Tries to get it forward quickly. Piontek has set up one goal so far. Piontek tries running with the ball. And the finish! And the follow-up! There will be a throw-in. Piontek, chance to shoot, chooses to go back, and it's played forward. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And the shot! Fence has got rid of that. Piontek. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. There's the through ball, and the flag has stepped. Burgstaller! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Burgstaller really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
To meet it! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Piontek. Bonaventura. Dashing forward at pace. That's clear cut, it's a free kick.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Bigo tries to stroke it through. He gets past his man. Hits one! It's bounced out! It's a goal! And with that goal comes comfort. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Time for a change in personnel. Forward it goes. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Plays it out to the flank. Piontek. Dinks one in. Rebic. It's out for a goal kick.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Schalke have it back and they can go again. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. It has got through to him. Real chance! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
He's had a shot! There's a goal! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! That is some volley, great technique.
Oh, wonderful, just wonderful. What technical dreams are made of. It was unstoppable.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Ricardo Rodriguez. There will be 4 extra minutes. Piontek. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Looks to clip it forward. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, it was tense to start with, but all smiles now. Deservedly, they are through. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form. A big team beating a not-so-big team, and a lesson dealt.